Welcome to the prestigious and award-winning Ocean Clinic. Situated in the heart of Marbella, there really is no better place where you can relax and feel at ease, having all your beauty and aesthetic requirements addressed and treated to the highest of standards. We've got an action-packed program for you today. First off, we'll get to learn about this month's top treatments. Then we'll be meeting Dr. Philip Gandhi, the clinic's lovely new assistant doctor. Then it's time for treatment in action. And last but not least, we'll speak to Dr. K himself to see what he is up to outside the clinic's activities. To get your face and body fit for spring properly, we'll be talking about no less than 3 treatments today, which are all designed to make you look fabulous.
We have different treatments which we coin under the term our spring makeover, which are basically techniques, body shaping techniques, which are meant to help us to get rid of the unwanted Christmas pounds. And these are basically techniques combining lipo-sculpturing and liposuction techniques together with tummy tuck techniques, which allow us to give the patient a new silhouette and a better silhouette, and to help him or her to find back the shape he wants to go into the spring and into the summer months. Breast augmentation is one of the most demanded procedures of this time of the year. It involves basically the surgical enhancement of the female breast. We have 2 options in nowadays how we can do this. We either using implants, breast implants, to give a better shape, a little bit more volume and a better cleavage. And the new technique as well is that we can use nowadays fat grafting, that we can remove fat from some parts of the body and put it into the breast, and so enhancing the shape and the volume of this breast. As we already spoke about the possibilities of fat grafting, we have to say that this is one of the most interesting and demanding procedures which we have discovered during the last 10 years. It's a very, very minimal invasive procedure where we remove very little quantities of fat from some unwanted areas like either the hips or the abdomen of the patient. This fat is then cleaned, it's centrifugated and completely purified from all other cells. And the pure fat cells then are injected in areas of the face where you either have deep wrinkles, where you have lines, where you lost volume to enhance the cheekbones, the area around the eyes. And the beautiful thing about fat is that we not only transfer volume back to the face which has been lost, but we're as well transferring stem cells, because the fat cells are the richest source of stem cells of the body. So we have an intrinsic effect of the quality of the skin, and after treatment like this, not only the face looks like a little bit plushed up, but it always gains a better skin and a better resolution.
Dr. Philip Gandhi is the new assistant doctor here at the Ocean Clinic. We had the chance to catch up with him for a quick chat. Dr. Gandhi, Philip, it's great to see you now part of the Ocean Clinic team. What's your background? Where do you come from?
Well, I'm from Germany. My father is German, as you won't see. My mother's from Brazil. I studied in Tübingen and finished my studies in 2010 in November. And 2 months later, I started working as a resident for plastic surgery in a prestigious BG Trauma Center in Tübingen in the Department for Plastic, Reconstructive and Hand Surgery.
Will there be a specific area for you to be involved in, or is there a particular field you specialize in?
Well, I started in plastic surgery 2011, and the clinic I worked in was specialized in reconstruction and hand surgery, as I told you, and especially microsurgery was a field we were very involved in.
Well, we're very happy for you to have joined the most prestigious clinic here in Marbella and look forward to hear from you more in the future. Dr. K, non-invasive beauty treatments are a big subject in modern technology and development of the beauty regimes and what we can achieve today. How does the radiofrequency treatment work and what are its benefits?
The technique of radiofrequency treatments of the skin is based on a very simple physical principle. which creates heat. When we look at this, these machines have basically some kind of hand pieces, and due to a special electric current which flows, which has a special waveform, and this is the radio frequency wave, it creates a certain kind of heat in this kind of handpiece, and it starts to heat up little by little the skin. And as you know, our skin is made of different layers, and many components of our skin are heat sensitive, and especially the proteins and the collagen fibers. Okay? When you heat up the skin controlled during a certain time, a process of skin regeneration is initiated, which is due to the fact that this very localized heat and controlled heat leads to a rupture of some collagen fibers and to the denaturation of proteins, proteins which are parts of the cell structures. Then a repair process begins. It's like an inner scarring. That means your body, as a reaction of the heat, which changed basically the morphology of a very thin layer within the skin, starts to fabricate new collagen fibers, new elastic fibers. The skin gets thicker with the treatment, and evidently this is not a treatment which you can do at once, but the basic principle is during a certain time of a repetitive application of the treatment, we enhance skin collagen, and you have more collagen in the skin afterwards, which has a certain lifting effect, and we enhance the thickness of the skin.
Which particular part of the body and face can be treated with this treatment?
Generally speaking, we can treat every part of the body. Evidently, this is why I always recommend that this should be done in the hands of somebody who is a doctor and trained with this kind of techniques as well, at least for the initial visit and for supervising, is that there's some exclusion criteria. That means you can't, for example, treat zones where you have an active infection, zones where you have an active inflammation, or areas where you have something like a tumoral growth or a tumor mass. But apart from this, the whole body and the whole face can be treated.
Are patients happy with the result, which requires no injections or surgery?
People are very happy, and I think the most important thing is the same what we do here, is we tell them to try it out. They can have a free trial session and see themselves the effect that they feel. As I mentioned, evidently the effect depends on the area, how quickly you see the effect. In the face, after one treatment, you can very often feel yourself and see the effect of one treatment only. In the body, where the skin per se is thicker, the process takes longer than with the fine skin on the face.
Like, for instance, cellulite.
Cellulite is a good example where this kind of machines can be used and to help to give a better outcome. For a very simple reason, cellulite is a treatment entity, which is very hard to access by classical surgical means, neither by liposuction or other operations, because it's a problem of the collagen matrix of the skin, which is too white, and in this collagen matrix, basically when the web of the fibers is too white, from behind little fat and irregularities come to the surface, which creates this unsmooth surface. With this kind of treatments, we're tightening this kind of web, this matrix, which leads to the point that the skin contracts. And by contracting still, yes, we can treat cellulite. Definitely, there are always forms which are more prone for this treatment than other forms. If somebody is very heavily overweight, has very hanging skin, this would not be the method of the choice, where we then often refer to other surgical treatments. But this is why I say, when I see the patients for consultation and I see that they have a good chance to get a good outcome with these treatments, it is something which we can offer, which is a very good alternative to the classical cut and knife.
Dr. K, you and your team do an incredible job here at the Ocean Clinic, and yet you and your head nurse Louise were part of another incredible trip in 2013 when you went to Peru. Tell us a bit more about that.
In fact, after setting up this clinic together with Louise over the last 6 years, we've been very busy. We finally found the time to do what we wanted to do since long, which was doing a charity trip and bringing our skills and our, let's say, our help to people who are in need. And so we basically decided to take a team, which we did put together, consisting of plastic surgeons from here from Spain, from Germany and from France, a couple of dentist friends of mine, some nurses and anaesthetists, to bring them over to do a charity campaign, which we did during a duration of around 10 days.
And you organized this charity initiative and fundraised for it as well?
Yes, basically what we wanted to do is giving back a bit and giving the people here who have the luck to live where we live the possibility to share our experience. So the clinic itself had its anniversary and we organized a fundraiser event, and during this fundraiser event we raised enough money to basically buy a lot of materials and equipment which we needed to bring over, because over there's only basic medical equipment and everything what we need to do our kind of operations we needed to bring.
What kind of procedures did you carry out and what kind of conditions did you treat?
These were in general all reconstructive procedures. Reconstructive procedure means we wanted to re-establish either functional health or the outer appearance of those patients. Generally speaking, we had a lot of kids which had malformations from birth, either clefts or tumors or things like this. And then the second part, which could be kids and adults, which has been basically disfigurations coming from accident. They have a lot of fire accidents over there, burn scars, lesions, and in general scars or disfiguring growing tumoral masses. So we had the chance as well to have a very large field of surgery which we did there, and we operated, I think, around 56 patients in this week.
And Louise, how do you think these operations have changed the kids and the adults' lives?
I imagine they've changed them in quite a profound way, because in Peruvian culture, children especially with any sort of defect or deformity or congenital condition are shunned generally by their peers and to a larger extent within society. So it's very important for them to have these conditions treated, if possible, to allow them to have a relatively normal life.
What prompted you to start this initiative, and how important is it to you to assist in such a cause?
It's extremely important and extremely rewarding. We're so lucky living here in Marbella. Our clinic is beautiful, the skills are very high, we have a fantastic team, and to be able to offer that to people that really are absolutely on the other end of the scale, to go there, to organise it and to meet these poor, impoverished people that don't even have access to the most basic healthcare. For us, it was just ultimately rewarding, and the antidote to the occasionally superficial life of Marbella, as it is, wonderful as it is, but yeah, it was the antidote to that. So for me, a fantastic experience.
And Dr. K, is there another trip in the planning?
Yes, indeed there is, as we really liked the experience, and we think it's something very rewarding for us as a team, and it is for sure something, an experience we won't miss in the future anymore. We're surely planning to have this as a fixed date around biannually. So we're now exploring the possibilities for end of this year, end of 2015, to go again and to help the people.
Thank you, Dr. K, for letting us have a glimpse into your world. We really hope you've enjoyed this month's video blog and look forward to welcoming you to our next blog soon. In the meantime, if you have any questions, queries or private concerns, and you are interested in any of our treatments, contact us today to arrange an appointment and let us help you achieve your aesthetic dreams with Ocean Clinic in Marbella.